Over the years, MasterChef has discovered 7 exceptional champions. The hunt for the next one begins.
Let's see what we discover this year.
But they're going to have to get through it. As we know, cooking does not get tougher than this.
Bring it on.
Last summer, MasterChef sifted through thousands of applications to find the country's most talented amateur cooks. The shortlist were invited to audition by creating just one dish for John and Greg.
What on earth is that?
For me, yuck. Next.
From this blind tasting, they selected their top 24 cooks.
That is seriously delicious.
They're in.
Now the competition begins. Over the next 3 shows, the 24 will fight for just 12 MasterChef aprons. Today, the first 8 commence battle.
This could be life-changing for me.
If I didn't believe I could do it, I wouldn't be here.
I have never experienced this level of nerves in my life.
Welcome to MasterChef. We've tasted your food. We think you've got real promise. Now is your chance to prove it.
This test is an invention test, and you can cook whatever you like from this wonderful set of ingredients behind us.
The contestants now have 10 minutes to choose from a huge array of ingredients. From Dover sole and surf clams to rabbit and rump steak.
Confident but nervous.
As well as a selection of vegetables, larder foods, herbs and spices.
I'm not 100% sure yet. I just need another couple of minutes to figure it out.
Just 1 minute left, guys. 1 minute. I can see it's going to be a tough fight. But at the end of this, 2 of you are leaving us. You know the rules. 1 plate of food, 1 hour, 15 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, let's cook.
You can't practice an invention test. You've either got it or you ain't.
"29-year-old Shalina got through the auditions with her Mauritian street food.
I love it, love it, love it.
For me, it's about changing my career now. I've given up my job. Some people say I've lost the plot, maybe. But I just know that if you're passionate about something, it will work out. I've got a good feeling about this.
Shalina, why are you here?
I want to try and bring some of my Mauritian influences into the cooking here today.
I honeymooned in Mauritius.
Really? Did you like the food there?
I love the food there.
Perfect.
It's French, it's Dutch, it's Spanish.
They call it a melting pot of flavours because it covers so many different continents.
OK, you're going to bring a little bit of the sunshine of the Indian Ocean into the MasterChef studio.
Absolutely, yeah.
She's got chilies over there, she's got saffron over there. If that girl can handle those big flavours, I'm in for a big yum lunch.
father of two, Eamon, just failed to get through last year's auditions. But his tarragon chicken with a bread and mussel sauce has now secured him a place.
There's some classic form to it and a big, bold flavour.
I'm going to be cooking food I love and crossing everything that John and Greg agree with me.
Hello, Baldy. I recognise you. Now then, Baldy, I recognise you.
I mean, how does it feel to be cooking in the MasterChef kitchen?
It's a real thrill.
What are you going to cook for us?
Pan-fried fish with a fennel sauce with chanterelle mussels and cockle clams. Very simple.
Doesn't sound at all simple to me, Chef. Sounds lovely.
He's got a very, very thin piece of bream, very strong and sweet sauce. I think that balancing act is something he has to make sure he gets absolutely right. He's got 1 hour left.
Tom from Yorkshire's chicken served 3 ways was a standout dish of the auditions.
I think this is one of those rare occasions where we have a natural cook, someone with a natural touch, because all 3 of those bits of chicken are perfect.
Tom, can you define your style as a cook?
I get a lot of my inspiration and different skills from traditional French cooking.
So are you saying you have aspirations to be a fine French chef?
I have aspirations to be a fine chef, full stop.
What do you do at the moment, mate?
I'm a plasterer.
So you're a Yorkshire plasterer with a taste for fine French food?
That's true, yeah.
Tom, do you know, I have no idea what it is you're cooking. I can't work it out.
It's a garlic crostini with goat's cheese, mushrooms and roasted sweet potato.
Mushroom crostini, delicious. But with goat's cheese and sweet potato and a white wine sauce? Really?
Twenty-nine-year-old Emma impressed in the audition with her unusual lamb dish, making a eucalyptus foam in place of mint sauce.
Decent design, clarity, technique. Yeah, I think you've got to see more of a cook like that.
I think I'm good at cooking. I just need some other people to see it, rather than just me and my mum.
Where have you learned to cook, Emma?
My dad wasn't a very good cook. In fact, I still remember the frozen fish fingers, even though they'd been in the oven. So he encouraged me in the kitchen, and together we learned to cook.
What are you making for us?
A lemon tart.
That's brave.
It is brave, isn't it?
Are you confident in your cooking?
Can I answer that later on today?
Sure you can.
Emma, I think, is the bravest cook in the room. She is giving herself a classic lemon tart.
And she's only got 1 hour and 10 minutes. That's pushing her. Ladies and gentlemen, you have got half an hour left.
Alec from Stevenage showed promise in the auditions with a roast rack of lamb and a risotto made from potatoes and vegetables.
It's all the flavour of a roast dinner, just delivered in a different texture. I really like it.
Hopefully it's the start of something bigger. First thing I've got to do is get hold of my nerves, keep calm and carry on.
What sort of cook are you besides right now being a very nervous cook?
I was born in Switzerland. My mum was English. I was brought up on meat, cabbage and potatoes.
Brilliant. So, Alec, what are you going to cook for us?
I've got a steak, pork and wild mushroom sauce in a very simple plate of food. I've just got to make sure I don't murder it.
I'm not worried about it. If he does it well and it's seasoned really well, fantastic. But he's worried about it.
Christine from Durham impressed in the auditions with her goat's cheese ravioli served with a basil foam on a chili tomato salsa.
It's beautiful and technically it's wonderful. I so would love to see this cook again.
I've got a slight obsession with food, kind of. Eating and feeding people is the thing that I want to do for the rest of my life.
What are you going to cook for us to make us smile?
It's pan-fried plaice I hope it's placed anyway, with crushed potatoes with a parsley and butter sauce.
Christina's cooking a sole she thinks it's placed. She's never filleted a flatfish before. She got herself 2 bits of fish off there and they're very, very thin indeed. I just hope she doesn't overcook them.
You have just 15 minutes left. 15 minutes.
London-based Aki shone in the auditions.
Hey!
With her Japanese bento box, including caramelized aubergine with miso and 5-spice.
That aubergine may be the best thing I've tasted today. Tell you what, if there's not room for this cook, I'm leaving.
Being an experimental physicist, every time I cook, I calculate what I do, and it's all very premeditated. So I don't know what's going to happen on an invention test. I think it's going to go bonkers.
Aki, amongst this terror of a bench of yours, this absolutely frightening mess you have everywhere.
You haven't seen my room.
I'm probably never going to, Aki.
That is not going to get you into the next round.
It is definitely not going to get you anywhere near the final.
That was worth a
Thank
try.
you. Aki, what are you cooking for us?
I'm doing a trifle. Usually I cooked very traditional Japanese because that's what my mum taught me how to cook. However, I think British puddings are the best puddings in the world. So I thought I'd give it a try and show that I can do something different.
Aki, I've got to go. I'm feeling dizzy.
See you later.
Finally, it's Ross from East Lothian in Scotland. He survived the audition process with roast loin of pork served with sweet and sour toffee apple sauce.
I see food like that and I get really excited. I think that's clever.
Cooking, I just adore. It's a bit showy-offy, just saying to people, ta-da, this is what I've done. Just seeing the reaction, it's a huge ego thing. It's brilliant.
What are you going to cook for us, Ross, to impress us?
It's a riff on fish and ratatouille, but I'm terrified.
I don't think for 1 minute you cook this nervously at home.
No. I've got AC/DC cracked up to the background and just rocking on.
This obviously means quite a bit to you.
Oh yeah, life-changing, hopefully.
I think Ross knows exactly what he's doing. It sounds really, really good. As long as you can taste every individual part, it's all about flavour for that dish.
Guys, last 2 minutes.
No added pressure.
Guys, you've got just 60 seconds left.
Stop. Time's up.
First to face the judges is Shalina. She chose the chicken and stuck to her Mauritian roots by making a spicy ladop with saffron and coriander rice and a pineapple salsa.
May I? I do like the little bit of heat and the fruitiness that you get from the salsa. It's not very smart looking, but I like it.
I think it tastes good. I think it's got sophisticated spicing to it. Doing street food is a wonderful thing, but of course it always looks a little bit shambolic because that's what it is.
I want this more than you can imagine. The challenge for me is going to be making my food look like restaurant standard food.
Simon used the sea bream and pan-fried it with wild mushrooms and clams, served with a masala and fennel sauce.
For me, very tasty, well cooked, well thought out, well delivered, and a very pretty plate of food.
Thank you.
That tastes every bit as good as it looks, and that's a good looking dish. Wow. Where were you hiding last year, Eamon? You're a bit choked up, Eamon.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a man who's worked very, very hard for the last 12 months, and it shows.
Yorkshire plasterer Tom has invented a goat's cheese, garlic and mushroom crostini, served with roasted sweet potatoes, pancetta and a white wine sauce.
Let's have a look at this.
When you first told me what you're going to cook, I thought, really? Shouldn't work. But it does. It's very, very, very clever.
After this nervous plasterer explained to me what it was he was cooking, I came away from there and I thought, that's it, he's out. I am gobsmacked at the dish I've got in front of me.
Tom? This is fantastic.
Thank you very much. I don't know what to say.
So as you're sort of plastering away, is this what you think about?
Well, yeah, exactly. There's no creativity in what I do. Many hours and many days to think of what I'm going to cook.
Plastering's loss, eh?
Hopefully.
He is very, very exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Emma has made a lemon curd tart served with a raspberry coulis.
It's a pretty looking thing. You have crisp pastry and you have a nice texture with the filling. However, it's not quite brilliant because it doesn't give you the
It's not a classic lemon tart, but in the amount of time you had, good on you.
John, she cooks.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, so does everybody whose food we've eaten so far.
Engineer Alec has pan-fried rump steak and served it with carrots, new potatoes and a port and wild mushroom sauce.
You've cooked that large piece of steak very, very well. It's as tender as you like. However, we could do with a little more fruity flavour in the sauce.
It's a good dish. It's a comforting dish. It makes you feel really at home. It is quite basic.
I tried to be honest and do something that I like. I don't normally even cry at funerals. I don't know why I'm crying for a bit of food, but it means a little bit to me.
Sure, Alec.
Well, you've done it a lot better than most people do at home, mate.
Sure, you do it a lot better than most people do in restaurants.
Absolutely true. Now, Alec, do you have the repertoire to produce food which is more sophisticated?
Yes.
Christine chose the sole, thinking it was plaice, and served it on crushed new potatoes with roasted cherry tomatoes and parsley sauce.
The fish, because of the way it's been filleted, is dry and overcooked. Very highly seasoned, very strong on herbs, and that means that I've lost the fish.
I think the potatoes with butter and spring onions and sweet tomatoes is a lovely thing. Unfortunately, not with that fish.
Yes.
Quantum physicist Aki has veered away from her Japanese style to make a fig and orange jam trifle, layered with a ginger-infused custard and brandy syrup, served with cinnamon dark chocolate and cinnamon bark.
What we have here, Aki, is not a classic trifle, but what we do have is promise of a very good cook. You made your own sponge, you made fig jam, you made orange jam, then you made your own creme anglaise. You're intriguing as a cook. Your mind is obviously all over the place, and there is definitely skill in your hands.
She has the makings of a brilliant cook.
Finally, it's Ross. He chose to pan-fry the sea bream and serve it with ratatouille, surf clams, and a caper white wine reduction.
I like it. It's moist, it's flavoursome, slightly fruity, well-cooked fish. I like it, Ross.
Thank you.
Your fish is nicely cooked. I like the saltiness of the clams with the sweetness of your pepper sauce. It's tasty. It seems to be a little bit flat.
Next time I'll make a tapenade and dress it with that.
You're getting a next time, are you?
Certainly hope so.
You've done your bit. We've got our bit of judging to do. Need to remind you that two of you will be leaving us today. Thank you very much.
I don't like waiting.
No, it's the worst bit.
If today is the benchmark of MasterChef in the first round, we are in for a great competition.
True that.
12 months ago, we could see that Eamon had issues. He's come back in here, he's fought his way to make sure he's got a place on MasterChef.
I mean, a proper, grown-up, sophisticated dish. Looked like a restaurant dish.
It's not language that a 47-year-old uses, but I'm psyched.
Eamon's in.
For me, the dish today that made my heart thump was Tom's.
Yeah.
Because I didn't expect it to work, and it did. That was heart-stopping stuff.
It's everything to me, and I just hope that I've done enough today to take it further.
Good lad. Little Aki. I can't think that anybody else actually went through more processes than Aki. She is one well worth having another look at.
I desperately want to go to the next stage. I can't, I really, really want to. It's so much fun. I really don't want this to stop yet.
Technically, Ross is very, very competent indeed. And the way the dish looked was modern, it was exciting, it was thought-provoking.
It can't stop here. It can't. I've got too much to prove.
Shalina, we both agreed it tastes good, but I just don't think it looked very smart.
She doesn't have the finesse, I agree, but her seasoning, perfect. The way her food tastes, for me, delicious.
Considering what I had in front of me, I was able to stay to my roots, really. But it's still nerve-wracking.
Now that leaves us with Christine, Alec, and Emma.
Christine had some nice flavours on that dish. but the question mark over her palate.
It was all a little bit over the top.
Not come on this competition thinking I know everything, because I really don't, but I want to learn and improve and do better.
Alec cooks a beautiful piece of meat. Is a piece of steak enough to get you through MasterChef?
Oh, that steak was superb. Just didn't expect to be emotional about it.
Emma promised me a lemon tart au citron.
The danger of promising a classic dish, if it's not delivered as a classic, then it becomes very difficult to judge.
It's just whether John and Greg give me the chance to do that again.
The reason we're debating these three like we are is because there's been 5 very good cooks before them.
We have to lose 2. I have to say, if this is the quality of food that we're going to see throughout this competition, we are in for an absolute beauty.
Eamon? Tom? Aki? You're staying. Alec? Unfortunately today, Alec, dish wasn't enough. I'm really sorry, mate.
Thank you.
Really sorry. Ross. Shalina? You're through. That leaves Christine or Emma. The second person to leave the competition is Christine. I'm sorry. You may have thought that was tough. You've got no idea. It's going to get tougher, a lot tougher.
Now, we are sending you to the absolute pressure of a professional kitchen at lunchtime service. Nothing more ferocious you've ever seen.
You're going to have to go and work with people like him.
Learn, listen, because when you come back in here next time, it has to be fault-free.
How would you feel if someone sent your plate back?
Shalina, Tom and Emma will be working at the living room, where head chef Mark Dransfield has been honing his modern British menu for the last 10 years.
You need a cool head, a level of concentration, attention to detail and very good time management. OK, Tom, so you're doing our haddock dish today?
Yorkshire plasterer Tom will be in charge of the pan-roasted haddock with clams in a cider, parsley and ham broth.
The haddock, it needs the really crisp skin on the one side. If it goes overcooked, then you'll have to start again.
29-year-old Shalina is responsible for the roast rump of lamb with a carrot puree, fondant potato and a port and red currant jus. Emma will be cooking the spiced pork fillet with turmeric risotto, apple puree and crispy crackling.
It'll be hard to get the timings right and not getting it all messed up, so fingers crossed.
A couple of miles north in Camden, Ross, Aki and Eamon are about to discover their culinary destination.
Gilgamesh.
Oh my God.
Into Gilgamesh? No way. We're going to get our ass kicked.
This 300-cover restaurant is owned by infamous head chef Ian Pengelly, whose menu reflects his fiery passion for the very best of Southeast Asian dishes.
Put it like this, they're coming into my kitchen, okay? They're going to be cooking for my guests. I want them to do exactly what I tell them to do. If they don't do it, they can bugger off. Okay, so here we go, right? Stir, 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 stir.
Today, Ross will be cooking spiced lamb served with new potatoes, creamed spinach, shiitake mushrooms and a kohlrabi puree.
This is one of my favourite dishes, actually, and also one of the tastiest, right? So if you don't do it right, I'll be downing like a ton of bricks, I swear to God.
Aki will be in charge of the tea-smoked trout and sour green mango salad.
Make sure there's no fingerprints on the bowl, all right?
Yes, chef.
Okay, and you'll be all right, but fingerprints, I hate fingerprints.
Eamon will be getting to grips with the beef bulgogi with a sweet soy glaze and served with chive mash or chips.
I'm trying very hard just to remain calm. I really don't want to let Chef down.
It's midday and both restaurants are booked to capacity.
Bloody hell, do you see a number of people out there?
The 6 amateurs are about to get their first taste of what life as a pro is really like.
I've just heard that we're doing between 80 and 100 covers today, so I'm absolutely petrified.
Are we ready?
Yes, chef.
Are we ready?
Yes, chef. First check on, 2 haddock special.
Yes, chef.
The lamb bulgogi trout, second course.
Yes, chef.
Pressure, pressure, my friend.
Aki's trout starter will be the first dish to go out.
Aki, trout salad, come in. Oh, Aki, come in. Fingerprints. Look at your hands. Look at your hands.
Yes, chef.
Now listen, the plates must be clean.
Yes, chef.
All right? Go and wash your hands
Yes,
now.
chef. Yes,
Don't you
chef.
ever come to the pass again with hands like that. Otherwise, you'll be out.
Yes,
You
chef.
understand? I can't believe I'm telling a grown woman to wash her hands.
On the opposite side of the kitchen, Ross is struggling to juggle speed and perfection.
Okay, how long for the lamb, please? Coming now, chef. Okay, hurry up. Come on, quickly. Coming now, chef. Right, okay, listen. Looks like someone's barfed on the plate. Right, redress it, go back. Neat, in a nice line, huh?
We had a bit of a mess. Redress it now to chef standards.
Both Aki and Ross have failed to impress. Now it's Eamon's turn.
One beef on the pass, please.
Yes, chef. Well, you've got to get it right. If you don't get it right, you'll toast. Beef, chef.
Okay, where's the salt? Where's the salt?
Salt's on the beef, chef.
Service here, please, service. Eamon seems to talk a bit nervous, though. He scares me.
In central London, service is ramping up at the living room.
1 pork, 1 dauphin was.
Yes, chef.
Emma's feeling the pressure to get all 3 elements of her pork dish cooked perfectly and ready at the same time.
I think I know what I'm doing. It's just getting the right consistency of the risotto.
So guys, we need that next pork fillet up to the window now, yes please?
Where's my crackling? Where's my
Crackling's here, it's cooking more.
All right.
Okay, there's far too much liquid on that plate, so we need to get a new plate and start again. If you're not happy, then don't serve it. New check on, 1 lamb medium.
Yes, chef.
You've got a lamb well done on order.
Yeah.
And 2 pink on order.
Yes, chef.
How long on that first lamb?
The first lamb is 1 minute left.
Okay.
Third lamb is in the oven now. Right, plating up on the lamb.
Beautiful. Just a little bit more around the edges. That's enough. Thank you. So same again for the next 2.
Yeah, okay.
It seems to be holding it, but we'll see how we go if a few more come in. Thank you.
Okay, 72, go, 72.
Back in Camden, the heat is well and truly on at Gilgamesh.
Aki, how long for trout salad?
2 minutes.
minutes.
Come on, move those little legs.
I have to do 2 in like negative 10 seconds.
Aki, come on, sweetheart. Why is that one big and that one's not? That looks bigger than that, right?
Yes, chef.
Okay, we'll fix that one.
But it's so obvious when I go to him. They're different sizes, but it looks a little bit more majestic, I'd say.
Hey, Aki. Aki, at least the plates are clean. Okay, waiting on that lamb, please, Ross. Ross, check. Come on, Ross, come on. The customer's waiting.
Walking with one lamb. Behind.
What? Look at it. It's supposed to be a nice line and neat and tidy. Oh, it's embarrassing. I'm going to have to help you, man. Okay, see how neat that is? It's not that difficult, right? Just got to slow down, calm down, and focus. Door.
Carnage. It's great, though, isn't it?
Okay, listen. 1, 2, 3, 4 beef. 5 beef. Pick up now. Eamon, I need 5 beef, right?
I've got some under the heater there.
Listen, if you leave it under there, it's going to overcook, so put it underneath the shelf, right? Table 64, been on 20 minutes. Goes on like this, I'm going to have to take off the section.
Yes, chef.
Customers are waiting. I don't want complaints in my restaurant.
Oh. Help, chef. The steaks are well done, totally my fault. Schoolboy error under the heater.
You mucked up. You overcooked the beef. I didn't. Right? I had to go out now and apologise to the customer. Just get them on, Eamon. Get them on. Come on. So the beef that we're going to use is going to take another 20 minutes. So the customers will wait 40 minutes.
Table 29. They said if the main course are not ready, they prefer to cancel. They leave.
Okay, guys, listen up. Cancel the beef, cancel the lamb. The customer doesn't want it.
What a nightmare.
These are your last plates, okay? So let's finish on a good note. Make it nice, all right?
Yes, chef.
Yes, chef. Let's go.
Yeah, the last 2 salads are the best salads you made. Well done.
Thank you, thank you.
Let's have a look. The invention you got there.
Thank you, chef.
It's not easy, is it?
No, chef.
Beef on the pass, chef.
Listen, look at that. It's beautiful, lovely. Why can't you do all of them like that? Another 2 or 3 services, you'll be right.
I look forward to it.
Back in the heart of London, lunch service at the living room is no less frantic.
That's mains away on the 4 pork.
Yes, chef. I'm trying to get the risotto just perfect this time. Is that all right?
All 4 perfect, yeah? OK, guys, the next table is mains away. 2 haddock.
Yes, chef.
Want me a little bit quicker on these. Fish really well cooked, brilliantly presented, just a little bit more speed on the actual plating. Done, chef. New check on, 7 lamb pink.
Yes, chef.
Shalina has already had more orders than any other contestant today.
This is pretty much as frantic as I thought it would be, but I wasn't expecting 7 lambs all in one go, all pink. Now,
7 that we're looking to get up now, and she's still got another 4 on order, so if she gets these 7 up, she'll have done really well.
I'm cleaning up on the 7 lamb. Right, chef, they're ready to go.
OK, that's really well done, yeah?
To be honest with you, I don't really know how I've managed to plate up the food to time. And maybe it was a miraculous moment of madness, or it's actually part of my character, which is quite surprising.
First time in a professional kitchen in this environment. It's exhilarating.
What I've learned today is never, ever, ever take your eye off the ball because you get kicked for it.
I've ripped my hands to shreds, but bizarrely I think this has made me hungry for more.
Right now, this test is about your own food.
We have just 12 MasterChef aprons to fight for, and we will only take the best cooks with us. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 hour and 10 minutes, one plate of food, and it's going to have to be brilliant. Let's cook.
Given a MasterChef apron today, it's mine to lose. So once I've got that apron, it'll be getting tied on and it'll be getting tied on tight. I'm going to do a spiced salmon fillet mash made from kidney beans, green pesto, an avocado mousse, lime jelly, and a chorizo butter sauce.
That's a bit nuts, all that, Tom, isn't it?
A little, yeah. My whole future's resting on it, and now that I've got this opportunity, I don't intend letting it go.
Guacamole, fried beans, and a margarita.
With the fish?
Yes, hot, cold, sweet, sour. It's so exciting.
I've never cared more about something. I really want the apron, really do. And I'm going to show you today that I can cook well. Really, really classic, elegant restaurant Japanese food.
How should it taste?
It should taste complicated, but fresh and healthy and clean, even when there's so many things going on. That's the beauty and zen of Japanese food.
35 minutes left.
Sent home now is going to be wholly down to my food. That's terrifying, but it's also so exhilarating.
I've got a cannon of lamb that I'm cooking sous vide, confit pumpkin, pickled Asian pear, pea and pear puree, a roasted garlic puree, and some barley risotto.
Why all this trickery?
Basically, I want you to look at the plate I give you and say, yeah, I'd be happy paying for that in a restaurant.
Worked for a long time to get to this stage, and I'm not going to blow it by letting emotions get in the way. I'm going to let my emotion come out on the plate.
Eamon, a year in the waiting to go into a professional kitchen, what was it like?
It was just full on. I really did want to see if I could hack it at 47 and never having been in a professional kitchen before. There was a worry that I may well have gone my word. I can't do it, but I can.
Nice stuff. Tell me what your dish is.
Lincolnshire red fillet of beef with a horseradish plum puree and a bone marrow dumpling.
Just 12 minutes left.
I'm going to try and please you and wow you with presentation. So I'm really having to think about how it's going to look on a plate, thinking about colours. I'm really thinking differently about this now. I'm trying to be a bit more creative.
You're obviously thinking about this competition a lot.
I am. Being in the professional kitchen was one of the most amazing experiences I've ever had. I've never felt anything like it, so it's completely confirmed to me that this is what I want. And I'm going to do whatever I can to impress you and make sure that my food is damn good.
I think it's impressive that she's pushing herself, but I'm worried that the presentation's the concentration and actually not the dish itself.
You invest so much into it that your emotions go all over the place. Excited, nervous, scared, all rolled into one, right in my gut.
Emma, what are you making for us?
Scallops, cauliflower puree, spicy caramel, and a cumin sauce.
Do you have a really sweet tooth, Emma?
No, I wouldn't say I have a sweet tooth, but maybe I do.
I think what Emma's doing is actually really dangerous. That dish is going to be really sweet. There has to be an edge somewhere, and I can't see where that edge is.
2.5 minutes left. This is your final 60 seconds. That's it, guys. Stop.
Shalina is hoping to impress with another dish influenced by her Mauritian roots. Pan-fried yellowtail snapper, served with drops of coconut curry, coriander foam, and a mango kulcha or pickle.
I'm really, really, really disappointed that I didn't put enough curry sauce on there. I wish I could just get my pot and bring you my coconut curry, but obviously I can't.
I actually really like the way your dish looks. The flavours of that dish, I think, are simply stunning. It is rich and it's vibrant. But I want my curry sauce that's in your pot.
Those flavours are lovely. I would like some more, but you've got rid of them in trying to dainty your plate up.
Tom has cooked a spicy salmon fillet, served on a red kidney bean and potato mash, with avocado mousse, a lime jelly, green pesto, and tomato salsa. He failed to serve his chorizo butter because he ran out of time.
I like the skill you've demonstrated. I think it's really interesting as a dish. I think your mind works in a really interesting way. But for me, the dish is missing something which should be joining it up. And that has to be that chorizo and the butter sauce. Bugger.
Tom, this is good cooking. I don't want you to stop experimenting. But today you failed to deliver all the flavours you said you were going to.
If I go back to the day job tomorrow, that'll be it for the next, 15 years. All rides on the judge's decision.
Do you want to unstack Pandora's box for us?
Sure.
Aki is offering a bento box filled with tempura karaagi or fried beef, a dashi poached egg, handmade udon noodles, and a selection of Japanese herbs and pickles, served with a jug of dashi sauce.
Listen, I think this is wonderful. It's so precise, it's so clean, it's so elegant. Look at it. It's lovely. You could sleep in it. The flavours are quite sensational. It's like a beef consommé, like an oxtail soup, but cleaner, sharper, with some Eastern spicing.
What I do love is the detail and the precision of everything that you're doing. Aki, you can cook.
Ross has made cannon of lamb, served with pickled Asian pear, breaded sweetbreads, pearl barley risotto, a green pea and pear puree, sous vide confit pumpkin, and a manchego and onion cheese crisp.
You know, lamb and lamb sweetbreads, they just need one or two other little things for it to be beautiful. They don't need 7, surely.
Those breaded sweetbreads, they're quite chewy and tough. The pumpkin's not quite cooked enough, but for me, the big issue is the pearl barley is still really crunchy.
Was I a bit ambitious trying to do something like that in such a pressurised environment? Possibly.
Eamon has made pan-fried fillet of Lincolnshire red beef, horseradish pom puree, a bone marrow dumpling, and cabbage and bacon served with a red wine sauce.
I love the beef. Really enjoy the power and fruitiness of your sauce. My one disappointment is I don't get any of that bone marrow flavour from the dumpling.
OK.
I actually really like it. That sauce is really, really strong. Your cabbage and bacon is salty and rich, but that piece of beef is not strong enough for the other flavours on the plate.
OK. Oh, I'm not too sure. I don't know whether that went well or otherwise. I really have no idea.
Emma has made seared scallops served with pureed cauliflower, a cumin froth, apple shavings, and a caramel dressing.
Perfectly delightful. It's not one of the more complex dishes here, but it tastes perfectly delicious.
For me, it's all too sweet because I want to taste the sea as well as the sweetness, and the vibrancy of those scallops is completely lost in all that sweet stickiness.
I didn't think I had a sweet tooth, but it turns out that I do.
I think for us now, we have a really tough decision. For 2 of you, it will mean goodbye. Thank you. Our 6 have come back in here with real energy, real determination, and their own individual styles.
Aki, lover. That is beautiful food, John. It's certainly not something you see very often on MasterChef.
Aki's got to stay.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. I don't think Tom quite pulled it off today.
But there is no doubting that guy's skill.
We don't need safe cooks. No. We need daring cooks, and that's what Tom is.
There was one cook in this room who is starting to change, but has an essence of a great cook already, and that's Shalina.
John, in trying to make the dish look smart, she got rid of a beautiful coconut curry sauce. But I want to see if she can get there. I think she should stay in the competition.
That means we've got to choose one person to go through from Emma, Ross, and Eamon.
Well,
Ross today gave himself a huge amount of work to do. He was trying to cook 2- or 3-star Michelin food, and he is not ready to walk.
I mean, no half measures. He really did go for it, John.
This is such a great opportunity for me to live the dream. I've got to do it. I can't go home.
I think that Eamon's flavours were really big and really bold, but it needed a hunk of well-flavoured beef sitting in the middle of the plate.
How much do I want to go through to the next stage? The room's not wide enough, my arms aren't long enough. I just hope I don't get judged on a dumpling.
Emma completely split you and I.
Oh, yeah.
I loved the sweetness with the scallop, but I've got a sweeter palate than you have.
It just didn't taste enough of the sea for me. It was just lots of sweet things.
I just hope that Greg wins the argument on this one.
We can only take the best cooks through. But who's it going to be?
That is the big question.
We said right at the start, we can't take you all.
Aki, your food today was stunning. You've earned yourself a MasterChef apron. Congratulations.
Well done.
Shalina, you too have got a MasterChef apron. Congratulations.
Does it feel nice?
That's amazing.
Ross, I'm sorry, but you're leaving us. Thank you very much. Thank you. Tom, you're staying in the competition.
You're an exciting cook, Tom. You all right?
Emma and Eamon, Greg and I saw weaknesses in your cooking, but we also saw real potential. So we've decided you're both staying in the competition.
No. All right? You okay? You all right, big fella?
Yeah, cheers. I'm ecstatic at the moment, I really am.
Last two again. I've got to sort that out.
Congratulations.
I'm up for anything. Bring it on. Make me cry. Come on.
The first heat is over. Only 7 aprons remain. Next time, a new group take on the battle.
Whoop, whoop.
Who will have what it takes to join the 5 who've already made it?